Now, big week, I'm going to cut straight to it. I know many of you who supported us in the past have some hesitations about doing that again. I know you're frustrated with me, frustrated with our party. Hasn't been an easy few years for anybody. I get all of that. We haven't got everything right. We've made mistakes. I appreciate and hear your frustration. But when you go to the polls on Thursday, you have to remember this is not a by-election. This is a choice about who governs our country for years. And I would urge you not to sleepwalk into that. Think about what that will mean for you and your family and the impact that will have. All right? And in particular, if these polls are right and Labour are in power with a supermajority, you have to think about what that will mean. A government, a Labour government, unchecked. No one to hold them accountable, no one to stand up to them in Parliament, and all of the impact it would have on all of your lives. And I say this to you, if you hand Labour a blank cheque, you will not be able to get it back. So think about what that means. For all of you who care that we need to secure our borders and reduce immigration, you would have seen, those of you that watched the debate the other day, Labour do not have any answers on that question. There will be no flights to Rwanda, no deterrent of illegal migrants coming here, no cap to bring the numbers of legal migrants down. That's what you'll get with me. You won't get any of that with the Labour Party. The hotels in communities like yours that were taken over that now we're closing, all of that will be back. More of your money spent housing asylum seekers. When it comes to net zero, I made some changes because I don't think all of you on your own should be paying thousands of pounds to solve a global problem when we're already doing so much compared to other countries around the world. I don't want to force you to change your boiler, your car, your house at enormous costs to race to something in an ideological fashion ahead of everyone else. Those changes will be reversed and it will impact all of you. And crucially, you should think about what it means for your bank accounts. Because I promise you this, Labour will do what they do every single time, and that is raise your taxes. If you've seen nothing over the past few weeks, you've probably seen Keir Starmer avoid at every turn questions about what he plans to do with taxes, right? And your taxes are going up. Mark my words, your house, your car, your pension, your savings, you name it, they will tax it. Right? So all the difficulties we've had over the past few years, the difficulties with the cost of living, none of that is going to be made any easier by all of you paying more taxes, just at the moment where things are starting to improve and you can start to feel the difference. Right? So what I'd say to you is a vote for the Conservatives is not just a vote to stop a supermajority, but it's also a vote to make sure that we will fight for you. I will fight for you. I will make sure that your voice is heard. Right? That is what this is about. And crucially, I will keep cutting your taxes. I always said when I got this job, my priority was get the economy in a good shape. We've done that now. Inflation is down, wages are rising, the economy's growing, and we started to cut all your taxes. All of you in work benefiting from a tax cut worth on average £900 this year. And if I remain as your Prime Minister on Friday, we will keep going to cut all of your taxes. You all work incredibly hard. I want you to keep more of your hard-earned money. That's what I believe, the type of country I believe in. That's how I was raised. I will keep cutting your taxes. And for those of you that want to buy your first home, we'll also cut your taxes by abolishing stamp duty for first-time buyers. For those of you that are pensioners or your parents, your grandparents, I will cut their taxes too, because people should have security in retirement. I believe in that. That's the right thing. Right, so that's what I'm about. So be in no doubt, a vote for the Conservatives is a vote to have your taxes cut and to make sure that your voice is heard. And in closing, I'll just say this. When you think about everything, right, I love our country for what it has done for my family. Right, my grandparents came here with very little, and I stand here in front of you 2 generations later with the enormous privilege of having been your Chancellor and your Prime Minister. And I will always work my socks off for you. You saw that during COVID with things like furlough, the support to get the country through an incredibly difficult time. That's who I am. And if you give me the opportunity to keep serving you, I will keep working for you, keep standing up for you, keep fighting for you. That is what I would like to do. So I hope very much that I've given you something to think about, and it's been great to have you here today and spend a bit of time with me. Thank you very much. Great pleasure.